Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom review. See by the title below, yes, this is on episode 10 of Kakegurui, and I gotta say, I actually enjoyed this episode a lot more than the previous arcs for several reasons. One being, obviously, it didn't feel rushed to me. There was no rushed parts that were put into this. The gambling actually took a lot of the time of the episode, which I did enjoy. And second off, one of the big things that I have not been enjoying so far is that just the gambling doesn't seem to be as serious as it had, been in the previous arcs before the last two arcs with Midori and of course Yumime. Those both, Yumime, I love the singing part, I love the kind of the whole idol portion of it, but the whole gambling portion to me just seemed like they rushed through it and it didn't really have a lot of content. Not really. The cheating part wasn't really much either, and the whole thing with Midori, it came down to the cheating was just kind of bland. It wasn't anything special, and she wanted to lose, so it didn't really make for a very entertaining gambling session to watch. While this one, it was a lot more calculating. Like, that's the kind of things I love. I love the calculating plays that we see coming out of Kaede, as he's like not the normal, he's not, the characters that we've seen before where they're kind of more focused on cheating from what I've seen so far. While him, I don't really see any cheating being involved right now. It's just him taking advantages through calculations that he has made. When he sees that he's, obviously was, wrong in his calculations, he adjusts his calculations even more to the point where it's just like, damn, he is honestly really smart. And it's like, how is Yumiko going to be able to beat him? Because usually Yumiko is smart, but it's because she sees through, what they are trying to do, their cheating ways, or, how they react to a certain thing or anything of the sorts like that. And with this, it's kind of different because as you see with him, it's a lot more, he's just calculating each and every step, so he's not really, showing anything of any mistakes or sorts that she can kind of pick up on, unless she's going to use that to her advantage, that he tries to calculate way too much. And that's what I was kind of thinking this episode was going to go by, was that he's calculating so much, but you cannot really calculate Yumiko. She's kind of just, she's a complete wild card. You don't know what she's gonna do because she's not gambling for, money. She's not gambling for power. She just enjoys the risk. She enjoys gambling because of the risk. And you saw that in this dang episode when she goes all in, and obviously that's not gonna work because she doesn't have that amount of money, and she goes all in with nothing. She doesn't have like anything, any sort of hand. And I'm over here like, oh, yeah, that is Yumiko. She would do something like that. But the whole point of this poker, which is of course different choice poker, which, I was wondering, are we ever going to get into kind of the, the gambling that I've seen already, and that is poker. So I have seen poker before. I do understand poker, and I mean, they flipped it up with choices and everything, but there's no way you're not going to fold. There's no folding in this at all, so I don't see why she would go ahead and do that. But it has to do according to something that she has planned, which of course has something to do with Sumeragi, as she did come down and literally, I love that part where she's like, I'm going to be king, and I'm like, oh, okay, damn, Sumeragi, I did not expect that from you. But it was cool to see kind of the backstory that was with her, because it kind of not only showed her backstory, but showed a little bit of Kaede and how he acts as well, his past and everything. So it was interesting to see how Kaede really just kind of uses people as tools and everything. And it was cool to see Sumeragi at the very end, like, kind of just, what should she do? Should she take the easy way out and, go ahead and stay on the student council because that's what her dad wants, and she'll be able to become, the owner of the company? Or will she just, like pretty much what we saw in that she's a very ambitious person? That was one of the things that, Kaede said that they are both similar in, but he keeps saying that she has no talent. You don't say that, obviously, because they're going to want to beat you. He should just, if he really wanted to win, he should have just told her, yeah, just come to my side. It'll be fine. Not like, oh, you're going to need this. It's kind of like him pitying her. She doesn't want that. She has huge ambitions, and that's why she ended up going along with, of course, Yumiko, which I gotta say, I keep saying that my favorite part of this anime, of course, is the reactions, and that, we saw many good reactions in this episode. But I gotta say, every single time, it's the eyes that really do it for me too. And just, Yumiko's red eyes, just like they're so mesmerizing, and like even when she does like a creepy face, it's like, damn, yeah, I would follow Yumiko 100%. And in the end, she ends up following Yumiko and just says, you know, she wants revenge. She wants to, you know, give him payback for what he did to her, for using her as a tool, pretty much. And yeah, like she said, she wants to be king. I don't know how that's going to end up working later on, if that's going to kind of cause some tension between her and Yumiko because of kind of what their plans are, maybe, you know, kind of collide in a way. But since Yumiko honestly doesn't really seem like the type that wants to be the, you know, the president or anything, I could definitely see their relationship working out until at least the very end. So it should be interesting. I was wondering how Sumeragi was going to be thrown into this, how her importance going on Yumiko's side was going to be put into, you know, the whole the story and everything. And hey, we got that in this episode. Another thing before I do say, you know, that's all I gotta say, it was, we did get to see the vice president come up on stage, and honestly, I was kind of, I don't know, I didn't really understand why her voice was like that. It was definitely, you know, like a robotic kind of thing. Like, that's not her real voice, obviously. So it still leaves so much damn mystery on who is she. I mean, I'm pretty sure it said somewhere along the way. If I'm wrong, feel free to comment on, you know, below on that. But if I am right, feel free to, you know, just agree with me as well, that she is the student council president's sister, right? So I'm wondering, why she always wear that mask? What is she planning? What is her, like, is she a tool of her sister, or is there something else going on? She's probably the one character so far that we've seen that I have literally no idea what she has in store for her and what her role is in the student council and, you know, overall the story. But so far, all she did was come up, say, you know, she'll be the dealer, she came up with the game and everything. And it's got me also thinking, like, why did she do that? Is there some hidden plan for her as well? We saw at the very beginning that the student council president was making a meeting with a bunch of these families. Maybe that her and the sister have something planned. I'm not too sure, but I'm definitely excited to see how these next couple episodes will go. This is, of course, episode 10, which means there are only 2 more episodes left. So hopefully it's not too rushed, because honestly, from where the story is right now, I can't really see it being completely finished in just 2 episodes, which may mean it's either where, you know, it's going to be one of those things where, hey, you want to see more? Go read the source material. Or there's going to be another season. I would love another season of this for sure. But I don't know, hopefully it's not one of those where it's just advertisement for the source material. Because yes, I do tend to go ahead and read the source material if I do enjoy the, you know, overall anime and everything. But it really is irritating when they do that, especially when they, you know, pretty much sacrifice so many things and, you know, what's it called, rush everything just to get to a certain point. It always just makes the anime, it could have been so much better if there was more episodes, you know. So hopefully they do a good job in these next 2 episodes. I'm definitely excited to see how they will be. Like I said before in the previous episodes, there was a downward trend, and I was kind of scared of how this series was going to end. But in the last episode, the second half, definitely made me feel a little bit more confident in seeing how the next episodes will be, and I definitely did enjoy this one. So hopefully the next 2 will be just as enjoyable, if not better. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Comment below as well. And if you did enjoy it, feel like, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. As always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. How did you feel about this episode? Good, bad, whatever you guys want to say, feel free to comment below. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So till next time, see ya.